When many of us think of the deadly accidents offshore, of course, we think about the Deepwater Horizon explosion. That rig exploded off our coast back in 2010, killing 11 people.
Yeah, the oil industry says they learned a critical lesson here about rig safety afterwards. But something happened last October, and it raises some serious concerns. Eyewitness investigator David Hammer exposed what went wrong 11 years ago, and now he has this exclusive on what could have been another deepwater disaster.
April 20th, 2010. Transocean's Deepwater Horizon drilling rig sits in the Gulf of Mexico, about 50 miles southeast of Venice, floating a mile over a deepwater oil well the crew just drilled for oil giant BP. The rig is attached to the well by a pipe called a riser. The crew sends a huge drill down through the riser and into the seafloor to make the well. The well has been unstable, with oil and gas threatening to blow up through the riser to the rig above. Tests show gas could be leaking into the well, but the rig boss decides everything is fine, and the crew keeps working to finish the well. A little before 10 p.m., oil and gas shoots up through the riser, shoots out the derrick, and explodes in massive fireballs. Crew member Mike Williams described the horror of that moment on 60 Minutes.
I heard this awful hissing noise, this whoosh, and at the height of the hiss, a huge explosion. And I remember thinking to myself, you know, this is it. I'm gonna die right here.
11 of Williams's crewmates did die. More than 200 million gallons of oil spewed into the Gulf unchecked for 87 days, the worst environmental disaster in American history. Crew member Christopher Pleasant testified at federal investigation hearings in Kenner in May 2010. Pleasant said as soon as he saw fire, he rushed to activate the Emergency Disconnect System, or EDS, to unlatch the riser from the well in a failed attempt to save the rig.
I said, I'm EDSing. And the captain told me, he said, calm down, we're not EDSing.
Pleasant did finally hit the EDS button after multiple explosions, but it was too late.
You know, I had no hydraulics. The captain said abandon ship, you know, and that's when I went to a lifeboat.
Now fast forward more than a decade, October 27th, 2020. Transocean's Deepwater Asgard drill ship floats in the Gulf of Mexico, 180 miles due south of Morgan City and about a mile over a deepwater well the crew just drilled for Beacon Offshore Energy. The drill ship is attached to the well by a riser pipe. A drill pipe runs down through the riser and into the well. Hurricane Zeta enters the Gulf of Mexico as a Category 1 hurricane, with the Asgard in its projected path. The crew pulls up the drill pipe, preparing to evacuate for the storm. But in a conference call, shoreside managers in Houston decide to keep the Asgard latched onto the well, to keep working through the storm. The next morning, just before 10 a.m., 100-mile-per-hour winds and 30-foot seas knock the Asgard more than 100 feet off center, bending the riser almost to its breaking point. A crew member hits the EDS button. Once again, it's Christopher Pleasant.
Chris Pleasant was faced with the same issue in the Deepwater Horizon, where he had to shut in the well before the pipe broke. And in this case, the emergency disconnect system on board worked miraculously, and thank God.
Scott Bickford is a lawyer who represented Mike Williams in the Deepwater Horizon litigation. He doesn't represent anyone involved in the Deepwater Asgard, but he studied a federal safety alert that tells the story of what happened on the drill ship during Hurricane Zeta. The government report shows a photo of the riser pipe busting through the ship's hull. But it says this time the EDS worked. This time nobody was killed. And this time there was no environmental disaster.
It's a bit ironic and a bit sad because, you know, what lessons were learned?
Not many, says Jeff Hagopian.
I'm a training instructor for the U.S. Navy.
He's also a former drill ship captain.
History tends to repeat itself when we don't learn from those mistakes of the past.
The forecast for Hurricane Zeta changed a lot on October 27th. Some argued it would have taken too long to safely disconnect from the well by the time shoreside managers allegedly told the captain to stay put at 4 p.m. on October 27th, about 18 hours before the eye of the storm passed directly over the ship. But Hagopian doesn't agree.
I believe the captain failed his crew in not telling management, no, this is not safe for us to remain here. We need to go.
Pleasant filed a lawsuit against Transocean and Beacon Offshore in Harris County, Texas. He alleges he and other crew members, quote, strongly disagreed with the decision to stay latched, but had no other options but to obey orders.
I can only imagine how frustrating that must have been for him, because I'm sure he's reliving that once again, our safety is being compromised for other interests.
Specifically, what interests are those?
Monetary, staying on the well. If they go off the well, they're not working. And if they're not working, they're not generating revenue.
The Deepwater Asgard was the only movable rig in the path of the storm that tried to keep working through Hurricane Zeta. The price for that decision could have been much, much worse. David Hammer, Eyewitness News.